Rise.
Tyler's still out there. He has plans to kill both of us. We don't solve anything in this family with work. There's never a time to unburden yourself with the truth. Now is it.
If you don't...
Dark secrets, twisted mysteries, and a school crawling with danger. Wednesday Addams is back, sharper and deadlier than ever. Season 2 promises new powers, darker enemies, and shocking revelations that will leave you hooked till the very end. This is Cinema Reviews, and today we dive into Wednesday Season 2. Wednesday is an American supernatural mystery comedy series based on Charles Addams' iconic character Wednesday Addams. Created by Alfred Goff and Miles Miller, the show stars Jenna Ortega in the lead role, alongside Gwendolyn Christie, Ricky Lindholm, Jamie McShane, Hunter Doohan, Percy Hines-White, Emma Myers, Joy Sunday, Georgie Farmer, Naomi J. Ogawa, Christina Ricci, Musa Mostafa, Steve Buscemi, Isaac Ordonez, Owen Painter, Billy Piper, Lou and Unity Lewis Niowa, Victor Dorobantu, Noah B. Taylor, Evie Templeton, Luis Guzmán !N, and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Tim Burton directed 4 of the 8 episodes in Season 1 and served as executive producer. The first season follows Wednesday Addams as she begins life at Nevermore Academy, a school for outcasts, where she becomes entangled in solving a dark murder mystery. Ortega's casting also brought a new dimension to the character, reflecting Wednesday's Latina heritage. Burton had previously been linked to the Addams Family franchise. He first approached to direct the 1991 film and later attached to a cancelled stop-motion adaptation of, making his involvement in the Netflix series a long-awaited fit. Christina Ricci, who famously portrayed Wednesday in the 1990s films, returned in a supporting role at Burton's request. The series debuted on November 16, 2022. And officially released worldwide on Netflix on November 23. Ortega's performance drew widespread acclaim, and the show quickly became a massive hit, ranking as the second most watched English-language Netflix series within 3 weeks of release. Wednesday earned Golden Globe nominations for Best Television Series, a Musical or Comedy, and Best Actress in the same category for Ortega. It also picked up 4 Primetime Emmy Awards and additional nominations, including Outstanding Comedy Series and Outstanding Lead Actress. In January 2023, Netflix renewed the series for a second season, which was released in 2 parts, the first on August 6, 2025, and the second on September 3, 2025. Ahead of its continuation, the series was officially renewed for a 3rd season in July 2025. Wednesday Addams is expelled from her school after releasing live piranhas into the swimming pool to take revenge on the water polo team for tormenting her brother, Pugsley. As a result, her parents, Gomez and Morticia Addams, decide to enroll her at Nevermore Academy, their old high school, which serves as a sanctuary for outcasts and supernatural beings in Jericho, Vermont. With her distant, unemotional nature and rebellious streak, Wednesday struggles to fit in and quickly clashes with the Academy's principal, Larissa Weems. Soon, however, she discovers she has inherited her mother's psychic visions, which lead her into unraveling a sinister murder mystery in town. In the 2nd season, Wednesday returns to Nevermore, where she continues honing her psychic powers while facing a new adversary and racing to protect her roommate from danger. Meanwhile, Pugsley joins the Academy as well, just as Barry Dort steps in as Weems' successor. Dort pushes Morticia toward a fundraising role while secretly pursuing his own agenda, further complicating the Addams family's ties to Nevermore. Wednesday Season 2, 2025. Complete casting guide and analysis. Introduction. The highly anticipated 2nd season of Netflix's supernatural dark comedy Wednesday has captured global attention not only for its continuation of the beloved Addams family legacy but also for its remarkable casting choices that have elevated the series to new heights. Following the phenomenal success of the 1st season in 2022, which became one of Netflix's most watched series of all time, the casting decisions for Season 2 have been nothing short of extraordinary, bringing together a perfect blend of returning favorites and exciting new additions that promise to expand the mysterious world of Nevermore Academy and beyond. The season has attracted major Hollywood talent including Joanna Lumley, Steve Buscemi, Thandai Newton, Billy Piper, and Christopher Lloyd, while also featuring the highly publicized addition of Lady Gaga, who will not only appear in the series but also contribute a song titled Dead Dance. This stellar ensemble has been carefully crafted under the continued direction of Tim Burton and the creative vision of showrunners Alfred Gough and Miles Miller, who have maintained their commitment to preserving the darkly comedic essence of the Addams family while introducing fresh elements that resonate with both longtime fans and new audiences. The casting process for Wednesday Season 2 represents a masterclass in strategic talent acquisition, balancing the need to maintain continuity with the original cast while introducing compelling new characters that can drive the narrative forward. The series has successfully managed to secure the return of its core ensemble while adding prestigious actors who bring their own unique flavor to the gothic atmosphere of the show. This comprehensive analysis will explore every aspect of the Season 2 casting, from the returning main characters to the newest additions, examining how each casting choice serves the broader narrative and thematic goals of the series. Returning core cast. The foundation of Nevermore. Jenna Ortega as Wednesday Addams. Jenna Ortega leads Wednesday as the iconic daughter of the Addams family, who has returned to Nevermore Academy for her 2nd year after saving the school in Season 1. Ortega's portrayal of Wednesday Addams in the 1st season became a cultural phenomenon, with her interpretation of the character's deadpan delivery, distinctive dance moves, and complex emotional depth earning critical acclaim and massive fan following. Her return for Season 2 was never in question, as she has become synonymous with the modern interpretation of Wednesday Addams. Ortega's performance in Season 1 demonstrated her ability to balance the character's traditional gothic sensibilities with contemporary teenage complexity. Her Wednesday is both faithful to the original Charles Addams creation and refreshingly modern, dealing with social media, environmental concerns, and the complexities of adolescent relationships while maintaining the character's signature morbid outlook and razor-sharp wit. For Season 2, after spending summer break honoring her psychic abilities, she has a vision about her roommate dying, which sets up new narrative possibilities for Ortega to explore. The actress's commitment to the role extends beyond just acting, as she has become involved in various aspects of production, including choreography consultation and character development discussions. Her influence on the series has grown significantly, and her chemistry with the ensemble cast remains one of the show's strongest assets. Ortega's ability to deliver Wednesday's iconic one-liners while conveying subtle emotional undercurrents has made her interpretation definitive for a new generation of fans. Hunter Doohan as Tyler Galpin. Hunter Doohan's return as Tyler Galpin represents one of the most intriguing casting continuations in Season 2. His character's complex relationship with Wednesday, which was revealed to have darker implications in Season 1, provides rich material for continued exploration. Doohan's performance skillfully navigated the character's dual nature, portraying both the seemingly innocent small-town boy and the more sinister elements that were gradually revealed. The actor's ability to maintain Tyler's likability while slowly unveiling his character's true nature was one of Season 1's standout performances. For Season 2, Doohan faces the challenge of continuing this character arc while potentially exploring themes of redemption, manipulation, and the complex psychology of his character's relationships. His chemistry with Ortega remains a central element of the series' romantic subplot, though the dynamic has undoubtedly shifted given the revelations of the first season. Doohan's theatrical background has served him well in the heightened reality of the Wednesday universe, and his understanding of genre conventions allows him to play effectively within the show's tone. His performance balances naturalistic acting with the slightly stylized approach that the series requires, making Tyler feel grounded despite the supernatural elements surrounding him. Emma Myers as Enid Sinclair. Emma Myers' portrayal of Enid Sinclair, Wednesday's colorful and optimistic roommate, provides the perfect counterpoint to the title character's darkness. Myers brings infectious energy and genuine warmth to the role, creating a character who could have easily been one-dimensional but instead becomes a fully realized individual with her own compelling arc. Her return for Season 2 was essential, as the Wednesday-Enid dynamic forms one of the series' emotional cores. Myers' performance demonstrates remarkable range, particularly in scenes where Enid's cheerful exterior gives way to moments of genuine vulnerability or strength. Her character's werewolf heritage adds another layer to Myers' performance, requiring her to convey both human emotion and supernatural instincts. The actress has shown particular skill in the physical comedy aspects of her role while never letting the humor undermine the character's emotional authenticity. The evolution of the Wednesday-Enid friendship provides Myers with rich material to explore in Season 2. Her ability to hold her own opposite Ortega's commanding presence while maintaining Enid's distinct personality has been crucial to the series' success. Myers brings a naturalistic approach to her dialogue delivery that helps ground even the more fantastical elements of the show. Joy Sunday as Bianca Barkley. Joy Sunday's return as Bianca Barkley continues to provide Wednesday with a worthy antagonist and complex character study. Sunday's performance has been praised for avoiding the typical mean girl stereotype, instead creating a character with genuine depth and understandable motivations. Bianca's siren abilities and complex family background provide Sunday with opportunities to explore themes of power, control, and identity. The actress brings a regal bearing to the role that makes Bianca's position as a school leader entirely credible. Sunday's ability to convey both Bianca's public confidence and private vulnerabilities has made the character one of the series' most compelling figures. Her scenes with Ortega crack with tension, as both actresses understand how to play intelligent characters who respect each other even while in conflict. Sunday's background in both dramatic and comedic roles serves her well in the Wednesday universe, where tonal shifts are frequent and require actors who can adapt quickly. Her performance in Season 2 promises to further develop Bianca's relationship with her mother and explore the character's evolving dynamic with Wednesday and the other students at Nevermore. Supporting cast returns. The returning supporting cast forms the backbone of Nevermore Academy's lived-in feeling. Georgie Farmer continues as Ajax Petropoulos, bringing his natural comedic timing to the role of the stone-gazing Gorgon who serves as both comic relief and genuine romantic interest for Enid. Farmer's performance balances supernatural elements with teenage awkwardness in ways that feel authentic and endearing. Naomi J. Ogawa returns as Yoko Tanaka, Wednesday's vampire classmate whose dry wit and loyal friendship provide both humor and heart. Ogawa's performance has been particularly effective in group scenes, where her reactions and interjections add texture to the ensemble dynamics. Her character's vampire heritage is handled with a light touch that avoids cliché copyright while still honoring genre conventions. Musa Mostafa continues as Eugene Oettinger, the bee enthusiast whose friendship with Wednesday developed into one of the first season's most touching relationships. Mostafa brings genuine sweetness to the role while never making Eugene feel like merely a victim or comic relief. His character's knowledge of bees and environmental concerns provides plot utility while his loyalty to Wednesday adds emotional depth. Percy Hines-White returns as Xavier Thorpe, the artistic student whose complicated relationship with Wednesday provided much of Season 1's romantic tension. White brings a brooding intensity to the role that fits well within the show's gothic atmosphere, while his artistic abilities provide visually interesting elements for the series to explore. New cast additions. Fresh blood for Season 2. Lady Gaga's mysterious role. The addition of Lady Gaga to the Wednesday Season 2 cast represents perhaps the most high-profile and intriguing casting decision of the new season. Lady Gaga appears in the cast alongside other notable additions, though the new 4 episodes of Part 1 were distinctly Gaga-less, with fans having to wait for her appearance in the show. This strategic withholding of Gaga's debut has only heightened anticipation for her role in the series. Lady Gaga will release a song titled Dead Dance that will appear in the forthcoming Season 2 of the Tim Burton-helmed Netflix series, indicating that her involvement extends beyond just acting. This musical component aligns perfectly with Gaga's artistic background while also suggesting that her character may have significant importance to the plot, potentially in a performance or ceremonial context that would justify a musical number. The secrecy surrounding Gaga's character has been remarkable, with production maintaining tight security around her scenes and character details. Industry speculation suggests that her role may be connected to the supernatural elements of the series, possibly as a figure from Wednesday's past or as a new threat to Nevermore Academy. Gaga's experience with both dramatic acting, as seen in A Star is Born and House of Gucci, and her natural affinity for gothic and theatrical aesthetics makes her an ideal fit for the Wednesday universe. Along with appearing in Wednesday Season 2, Lady Gaga attended and performed during Netflix 2 2025, the live event on May 31st, demonstrating Netflix's confidence in her addition to the series and the promotional value of her participation. Her involvement represents a significant investment in the series' continued success and suggests that her role, while potentially brief, will be memorable and impactful. Steve Buscemi's character. Steve Buscemi joined the cast as a new oddball character, bringing his distinctive screen presence and decades of experience to the Wednesday universe. Buscemi's casting represents a perfect match of actor and material, as his natural ability to portray eccentric characters aligns seamlessly with the show's celebration of outcasts and misfits. Buscemi's extensive filmography demonstrates his versatility in handling both comedic and dramatic material, often within the same role. His collaborations with directors like Tim Burton, the Coen brothers, and other auteur filmmakers have prepared him well for the specific tonal requirements of Wednesday. His ability to find humor in dark situations and pathos in comic moments makes him ideally suited for the show's blend of genre. The specific nature of Buscemi's character remains largely under wraps, but industry sources suggest he may be playing a faculty member or administrator at Nevermore Academy, potentially serving as either an ally or obstacle for Wednesday. His natural authority and slightly unsettling presence would work well in either capacity, and his proven ability to work within ensemble casts makes him a valuable addition to the series' already strong supporting structure. Buscemi's casting also represents a strategic choice to attract adult viewers who may be drawn to the series by his presence. His reputation for choosing interesting and unconventional projects adds credibility to Wednesday Season 2's artistic ambitions, while his proven box office draw provides commercial appeal. Joanna Lumley's addition at the top of our list was Joanna Lumley. Miller says of casting the new role, "And Lumley, absolutely fabulous. The Wolf of Wall Street fit right into the Nevermore world." The addition of Joanna Lumley to the cast brings decades of comedic excellence and dramatic gravitas to Wednesday Season 2. Lumley's iconic status in British comedy, particularly her role as Patsy Stone in Absolutely Fabulous, demonstrates her ability to create memorable, larger-than-life characters. "There's always something thrilling about working for Tim Burton," Lumley says, indicating her enthusiasm for the project and her understanding of Burton's distinctive directorial style. Lumley's previous work has often featured elements of the macabre and unconventional, making her a natural fit for the Wednesday universe. Her ability to deliver sharp dialogue with perfect timing while maintaining character depth has made her a beloved figure in international entertainment. Lumley's casting suggests that her character may be a significant authority figure, possibly connected to the broader supernatural community or the governance of Nevermore Academy. Her natural elegance and commanding presence would work well as either a mentor figure for Wednesday or as a more complex character with hidden agendas. Her experience in both television and film provides her with the versatility needed for the series' unique storytelling approach. The actress's international appeal also serves the series' global ambitions, as her recognition spans multiple markets and demographics. Her involvement signals the production's commitment to attracting top-tier talent while maintaining the show's distinctive identity and tone. Thandai Newton joined the cast as a new oddball character, bringing her considerable dramatic range and screen presence to Wednesday Season 2. Newton's previous work in series like Westworld and films such as Crash and Solo, a Star Wars story, demonstrates her ability to handle complex, morally ambiguous characters within genre frameworks. Newton's casting represents a significant coup for the series, as she brings both critical acclaim and audience recognition to the project. Her ability to portray intelligence, strength, and vulnerability often within the same scene makes her ideally suited for the layered storytelling that Wednesday employs. Her experience with science fiction and fantasy elements provides her with the background needed to navigate the show's supernatural aspects. The specific details of Newton's character remain closely guarded, but her casting suggests a role of considerable importance, possibly as a new faculty member, a representative of supernatural authority, or a figure from the Addams family's past. Her proven ability to create compelling antagonists and complex allies provides the writers with multiple narrative possibilities. Newton's involvement also enhances the series' diversity and international appeal, continuing Wednesday's commitment to inclusive casting while maintaining its focus on character-driven storytelling. Her reputation for choosing projects with substance and meaning aligns well with the series' themes of acceptance, identity, and social commentary. Billie Piper's character Billie Piper joined the cast as a new oddball character, adding her unique blend of dramatic intensity and subtle humor to the Wednesday ensemble. Piper's transition from pop music to acclaimed dramatic acting, particularly in series like Doctor Who and I Hate Suzie, demonstrates her versatility and commitment to character development. Piper's experience in both the mainstream entertainment and more experimental projects makes her well-suited for Wednesday's blend of popular appeal and artistic ambition. Her ability to portray characters dealing with identity crisis and personal transformation aligns well with the themes that Wednesday often explores, particularly regarding the challenges of adolescence and self-discovery. The actress's British background and her experience working in both television and theatre provide her with the classical training that serves well in period pieces and stylized productions. Her understanding of ensemble work and her ability to support other actors while maintaining her own character's integrity make her a valuable addition to the cast. Piper's casting may signal the introduction of international elements to the Wednesday storyline, possibly expanding the series' scope beyond Nevermore Academy and the immediate surrounding community. Her proven ability to handle both contemporary and period material provides the writers with flexibility in developing her character's background and motivations. Christopher Lloyd's surprise return. Christopher Lloyd, aka the original Uncle Fester from the Addams Family, unexpectedly joined the cast in a completely original role. This casting represents one of Season 2's most nostalgic and emotionally resonant editions, as Lloyd's connection to the Addams Family legacy through his portrayal of Uncle Fester in the 1991 and 1993 films creates an immediate bridge between different eras of the franchise. Lloyd's decision to join Wednesday in a completely original role rather than reprising Uncle Fester demonstrates both his enthusiasm for the project and the creative team's commitment to honoring the past while creating something new. His extensive experience in genre television and film, from Back to the Future to Taxi, provides him with the skills necessary to navigate Wednesday's unique tonal requirements. The casting of Lloyd serves multiple purposes. It provides a connection to the beloved film adaptations, offers an opportunity for metatextual commentary on the Addams Family legacy, and adds a legendary performer to an already impressive ensemble. His natural eccentricity and comfort with unconventional characters make him a perfect fit for the Wednesday universe. Lloyd's involvement also suggests that Season 2 may explore themes of legacy, tradition, and the passing of knowledge between generations. His presence could provide Wednesday with a mentor figure who understands the weight of family history and the challenges of living up to legendary expectations. Returning family members and faculty. Luis Guzmán as Gomez Addams. Luis Guzmán's return as Gomez Addams continues to anchor the series' family dynamics while providing a bridge between Wednesday's school life and her family heritage. Guzmán's interpretation of Gomez has been praised for its warmth and authenticity, creating a version of the character that honors the original while feeling fresh and contemporary. Guzmán's performance balances Gomez's legendary passion and romanticism with a more grounded approach that works well within the series' realistic framework. His chemistry with Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia provides the emotional foundation for the Addams Family relationships, while his interactions with Jenna Ortega capture the complex father-daughter dynamic that drives much of Wednesday's character development. The actor's extensive experience in both comedy and drama allows him to navigate the tonal shifts that are characteristic of the Wednesday series. His ability to find humor in everyday situations while maintaining the character's essential dignity and love for his family has made his Gomez both beloved by fans and critically respected. Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia Addams. Catherine Zeta-Jones returns as Morticia Addams, bringing her considerable screen presence and classical beauty to the role of Wednesday's iconic mother. Zeta-Jones faces the considerable challenge of following in the footsteps of Angelica Houston's legendary portrayal while creating her own interpretation of the character. Her performance emphasizes Morticia's intelligence and strength while maintaining the character's legendary allure and gothic sensibility. Zeta-Jones's background in musical theater and her experience with period pieces provide her with the skills necessary to embody Morticia's theatrical nature and timeless elegance. The actress's chemistry with both Guzmán and Ortega creates believable family relationships that ground the series' more fantastical elements. Her portrayal of Morticia as a woman who balances traditional values with progressive thinking provides an interesting model for Wednesday's own character development. Faculty and administrative returns. Gwendolyn Christie returns as Larissa Weems, the principal of Nevermore Academy, continuing to provide the series with its primary adult authority figure. Christie's performance has been consistently praised for its complexity, creating a character who serves as both potential ally and obstacle for Wednesday while maintaining her own compelling personal arc. Riki Lindholm continues her role as Dr. Valerie Kinbot, the therapist whose sessions with Wednesday provide both comedic moments and genuine character development opportunities. Lindholm's ability to play both the straight woman to Wednesday's eccentricity and a character with her own agenda has made her a valuable part of the ensemble. Jamie McShane returns in his role as Sheriff Donovan Galpin, Tyler's father and a representative of the local law enforcement's complicated relationship with Nevermore Academy. McShane's performance provides a grounding influence while also serving the series' themes about prejudice and misunderstanding between different communities. Production team continuations and changes. The retention of key production personnel ensures continuity in the series' distinctive visual and tonal approach. Tim Burton's continued involvement as executive producer and director provides the creative vision that has made the series distinctive, while his experience with gothic and supernatural material ensures that new cast members are integrated seamlessly into the established aesthetic. Alfred Gough and Miles Miller, the series' creators and showrunners, continue to guide the overall narrative direction while managing the complex task of balancing returning storylines with new character introductions. Their experience with ensemble television and supernatural storytelling provides the structure necessary to support such an extensive cast. The production team's approach to casting has consistently prioritized actors who can handle the series' unique tonal requirements while bringing their own distinctive qualities to their roles. This philosophy has resulted in a cast that feels both carefully curated and naturally evolved, with each new addition enhancing rather than disrupting the established ensemble dynamics. Casting strategy and thematic considerations. The casting choices for Wednesday Season 2 reflect a deliberate strategy to expand the series' scope while maintaining its essential character. The addition of established stars like Lady Gaga and Steve Buscemi provides promotional value and draws new audiences, while the inclusion of respected character actors like Joanna Lumley and Thandai Newton ensures that the series maintains its commitment to quality performance. The decision to bring back Christopher Lloyd in an original role demonstrates the production's sophisticated understanding of the franchise's history and fan expectations. Rather than simply recycling past success, this choice creates new possibilities while honoring the legacy that has brought audiences to the series. The international appeal of the cast, with actors from British, American, and other entertainment industries, reflects Netflix's global distribution strategy while also serving the series' themes about diversity and acceptance. The variety of backgrounds and performance styles represented in the ensemble creates a rich tapestry that supports the show's exploration of different types of otherness, character development and narrative implications. The casting choices for Season 2 suggest several directions for character and plot development. The addition of high-profile guest stars implies that the series will expand beyond the confines of Nevermore Academy, potentially exploring the broader supernatural community and Wednesday's place within it. The return of the core cast with their established relationships provides a stable foundation for exploring more complex storylines and character growth. The proven chemistry between ensemble members allows the writers to develop more intricate plot threads while maintaining the interpersonal dynamics that have made the series successful. The mix of returning and new characters creates opportunities for both continuity and surprise, allowing familiar relationships to evolve while introducing new conflicts and alliances. This balance is crucial for a second season, which must satisfy existing fans while attracting new viewers. Performance expectations and industry impact. The casting of Wednesday Season 2 represents a significant investment in talent that reflects Netflix's confidence in the series' continued success. The combination of established stars and rising talent creates a marketing advantage while also ensuring that the series maintains its artistic credibility. The involvement of actors like Lady Gaga and Steve Buscemi brings additional media attention and cultural cachet to the series, potentially expanding its reach beyond its core demographic. This cross-pollination of audiences from different entertainment sectors could significantly impact the series' viewership and cultural influence. The retention of the original cast while adding prestigious new members sends a message about the series' stability and growth potential. This approach could influence industry trends regarding sequel seasons and the balance between continuity and innovation in ongoing series. Technical and logistical considerations. The expanded cast for Season 2 presents both opportunities and challenges for the production team. The integration of multiple high-profile guest stars requires careful scheduling and coordination, while the larger ensemble demands more complex staging and direction. The series' international production schedule must accommodate the availability of cast members from different regions and with varying commitment levels. The balance between series regulars and guest stars requires careful planning to ensure that story requirements are met while respecting contractual obligations and creative needs. The increased profile of the cast also means heightened security and publicity considerations, as the involvement of stars like Lady Gaga brings additional media attention and fan interest that must be managed throughout the production process. Cultural and social impact. The diverse casting of Wednesday Season 2 reflects and contributes to broader conversations about representation in entertainment. The series' commitment to inclusive casting while maintaining its focus on storytelling quality provides a model for other productions seeking to balance commercial and social considerations. The multi-generational aspect of the cast, from rising stars like Jenna Ortega to established legends like Christopher Lloyd, creates opportunities for different audience segments to connect with the series while also facilitating knowledge transfer between different eras of entertainment professionals. The international scope of the cast reflects the global nature of contemporary streaming entertainment while honoring the universal themes that make the Addams family appealing across cultural boundaries. Future implications and series longevity. The strategic casting choices for Season 2 position the series for potential future seasons by establishing character relationships and storylines that could be developed further. The investment in high-quality performers suggests confidence in the series' long-term viability and creative potential. The balance between established characters and new additions provides flexibility for future storylining, allowing the series to evolve while maintaining its essential identity. This approach could serve as a template for other series seeking to expand their scope while preserving their core appeal. The success of the Season 2 casting could influence future decisions about the series' direction and scope, potentially affecting everything from budget allocation to narrative ambitions for subsequent seasons. Conclusion. The casting of Wednesday Season 2 represents a masterful blend of strategic thinking, artistic vision, and commercial awareness. The retention of the beloved original cast provides continuity and emotional investment for existing fans, while the addition of prestigious new talent expands the series' appeal and creative possibilities. The inclusion of actors like Joanna Lumley, Steve Buscemi, Thandai Newton, Billie Piper, Christopher Lloyd, and Lady Gaga demonstrates the series' ability to attract top-tier talent while maintaining its distinctive identity. Each casting choice serves multiple purposes, from narrative necessity to promotional advantage, creating an ensemble that is both functionally effective and culturally significant. The success of these casting decisions will ultimately be measured by their contribution to the series' storytelling goals and their ability to enhance the viewing experience for audiences. Early reception suggests that the integration of new cast members has been successful, with critics and fans responding positively to the expanded ensemble and the fresh energy it brings to the established Wednesday universe. Looking forward, the casting foundation established in Season 2 positions the series for continued success and growth. The careful balance of continuity and innovation demonstrated in these casting choices provides a template for future seasons while ensuring that the current season can deliver on the high expectations created by the original series' success. The Wednesday Season 2 casting represents more than just personnel decisions. It reflects a comprehensive understanding of audience expectations, industry trends, and artistic possibilities. The result is an ensemble that honors the past while embracing the future, ensuring that Wednesday Addams' continuing adventures will be supported by a cast worthy of her legendary status in popular culture. Wednesday Season 2, 2025, a comprehensive analysis. Introduction. Wednesday Season 2, the highly anticipated continuation of Netflix's supernatural mystery series, represents a significant evolution in the Wednesday Addams narrative that captivated audiences worldwide in 2022. Building upon the phenomenal success of its predecessor, which became Netflix's second most-watched English-language series, Season 2 takes the beloved gothic character into new territories while maintaining the dark humor and supernatural elements that made the original series a cultural phenomenon. The second season, which premiered on Netflix in 2025, continues to follow Wednesday Addams as he navigates the complexities of Nevermore Academy and confronts new mysteries and supernatural threats. With Tim Burton returning as executive producer and director, the series maintains its distinctive visual style while expanding the mythology and character development that fans have come to love. Production development and pre-production. The development of Wednesday Season 2 began almost immediately following the unprecedented success of the first season. The series was officially renewed by Netflix in January 2023, a decision that came as no surprise given the show's record-breaking viewership and cultural impact. The renewal announcement was accompanied by news that Jenna Ortega would not only reprise her titular role but would also serve as a producer on the second season, giving her greater creative input in the character's development. Showrunners Alfred Gough and Miles Miller, who created the series, returned to oversee Season 2's development. During the pre-production phase, they emphasized their intention to expand the Wednesday universe while staying true to the character's core essence. In interviews, they revealed plans to deepen the exploration of Wednesday's relationship with her family, particularly her mother Morticia, while also developing her friendships, especially with her roommate Enid Sinclair. The creative team faced the challenge of building upon the success of the first season while avoiding the pitfalls of a sophomore slump. The series creators had established a pretty clear runway for how future seasons could unfold, indicating that Season 2 was part of a larger narrative vision rather than a hasty continuation. Tim Burton's involvement remained crucial to the series' creative direction. Despite his initial reluctance to work in television, Burton found renewed energy in the Wednesday project and continued his role as executive producer and director. His distinctive Gothic aesthetic and understanding of the Addams family universe proved invaluable in maintaining the series' visual and tonal consistency. The pre-production phase also involved extensive location scouting, as the production team made the decision to relocate filming from Romania to Ireland. This change brought new visual elements to the series while providing practical benefits in terms of production logistics and crew availability. Character development was a primary focus during pre-production. Jenna Ortega stated that Season 2 would lean into the horror aspect while ditching any romantic love interest for Wednesday, indicating a more mature and focused approach to the character's journey. This creative decision reflected both fan feedback and the natural evolution of Wednesday's character arc. The writing process for Season 2 involved expanding the mythological elements introduced in the first season while introducing new supernatural threats and mysteries. The creative team worked to balance the series' core mystery elements with character development and the Gothic humor that had become synonymous with the show. Filming principal photography for Wednesday Season 2 commenced in May 2024, marking a significant shift in the series' production approach. Unlike the first season, which was filmed entirely in Romania, Season 2 moved its production to Ireland, bringing fresh visual elements and new filming opportunities to the series. Production started in April 2024 and continued filming through the end of November, representing a 7-month filming schedule that was more extensive than the first season's 6-month production period. This extended filming schedule allowed for more elaborate set pieces, complex special effects sequences, and detailed character development. The decision to film in Ireland was driven by several factors, including the country's robust film production infrastructure, favorable tax incentives, and diverse landscapes that could accommodate the series' Gothic aesthetic. Irish locations provided new backdrops for Nevermore Academy and the surrounding town of Jericho, allowing the production design team to expand the visual world of the series. The filming process involved extensive work on costumes, locations, sets, and Tim Burton's visual style, with particular attention paid to maintaining the series' distinctive Gothic atmosphere while incorporating new elements that would distinguish Season 2 from its predecessor. The production faced several challenges during filming, including weather conditions typical of Irish productions and the logistical complexities of coordinating a large international cast. However, these challenges also provided opportunities for creative problem-solving and resulted in some of the series' most visually striking sequences. Jenna Ortega's expanded role as producer brought new dynamics to the filming process. Her increased involvement in creative decisions allowed for more nuanced character development and ensured that Wednesday's evolution felt authentic and consistent with the character's established personality. The filming schedule was carefully coordinated to accommodate the busy schedules of returning cast members and the integration of new cast members. The second season welcomed several high-profile additions, including Steve Buscemi as the new principal of Nevermore Academy and Billy Piper as a character named Capri. Special effects and practical effects work were significantly expanded for Season 2. The production team invested in more sophisticated visual effects to bring the supernatural elements of the story to life, while also maintaining the practical effects work that had been a hallmark of the first season. The filming process concluded in early December 2024, with the cast and crew celebrating the completion of what many described as an ambitious and creatively fulfilling production experience. Post-production. The post-production phase of Wednesday Season 2 began in late 2024 and continued into early 2025. Representing one of the most intensive post-production periods for a Netflix series. The extended post-production timeline allowed for meticulous attention to detail and visual effects, sound design, and musical composition. Visual effects work for Season 2 was significantly more complex than the first season, requiring advanced CGI techniques to bring new supernatural creatures and mystical elements to life. The VFX team worked closely with Tim Burton to ensure that the digital effects maintained the series' distinctive visual style while pushing the boundaries of what was possible within the show's gothic aesthetic. Color grading and cinematography. Post-production work focused on maintaining the series' signature dark, gothic look while incorporating new visual elements that reflected the Irish filming locations. The post-production team worked to ensure visual consistency between the Romanian locations of Season 1 and the Irish locations of Season 2. Sound design and audio. Post-production received particular attention, with the team working to create immersive soundscapes that would enhance the series' supernatural and mystery elements. The work included extensive Foley recording, ambient sound creation, and the integration of practical and digital audio effects. The editing process involved balancing multiple storylines and character arcs while maintaining the pacing and tension that had been hallmarks of the first season. The editorial team worked closely with the directors and showrunners to ensure that each episode maintained narrative momentum while allowing for character development and world building. Music. Post-production involved both original score composition and the integration of licensed music tracks. The team worked to create a soundtrack that would complement the series' gothic atmosphere while introducing new musical elements that would distinguish Season 2 from its predecessor. The post-production phase also included extensive color correction and visual enhancement work to ensure that the series maintained its distinctive visual identity across different filming locations and conditions. Quality control and final delivery preparation involved multiple rounds of review and revision to ensure that the finished product met Netflix's technical specifications and the creative team's artistic vision. Music. Original score and composition. The musical landscape of Wednesday Season 2 builds upon the foundational established by Danny Elfman and Chris Bacon in the first season while introducing new compositional elements that reflect the series' evolving narrative. The score for Season 2 maintains the gothic, orchestral approach that became synonymous with the series while incorporating new instrumental textures and thematic material. The Season 2 soundtrack includes a diverse range of musical elements, from classical composers like Wagner to contemporary artists like the Kinks. This eclectic approach reflects the series' ability to blend traditional Gothic elements with modern sensibilities. The original score for Season 2 expands upon the thematic material introduced in the first season while developing new musical motifs for the characters and situations introduced in the new episodes. The composers worked to create musical themes that would represent the new characters and their relationships to the existing cast. Orchestration for Season 2 involved a larger ensemble than the first season, allowing for more complex harmonic structures and richer textual development. The expanded orchestration supports the series' more ambitious supernatural sequences while maintaining the intimate character moments that are central to the show's appeal. The use of cello, which was a signature element of the first season's score, continues to play a prominent role in Season 2. However, the composers expanded the instrumental palette to include additional string techniques and extended instrumental methods that create new sonic possibilities. Recording sessions for the Season 2 score took place in multiple locations, with orchestral recording sessions conducted in professional studios equipped to handle the complex orchestration required for the series. The recording process involved careful attention to the balance between orchestral elements and the integration of electronic and synthesized sounds. Licensed music and soundtrack. The licensed music strategy for Wednesday Season 2 represents a careful curation of songs that complement the series' narrative while maintaining its distinctive gothic atmosphere. The soundtrack features iconic songs by Bruce Springsteen, Creedence Clearwater Revival, and more, demonstrating the series' commitment to incorporating diverse musical styles. The music supervisors for Season 2 approached song selection with the goal of supporting character development and narrative progression while introducing audiences to both classic and contemporary artists. The selection process involved careful consideration of how each song would function within the context of specific scenes and the overall narrative arc. Milan Records released the soundtrack EP featuring music from the first part of the second season, making the series' music available to fans who wanted to experience the soundtrack independently of the visual narrative. The integration of licensed music into the series involved careful coordination between the music supervision team, the editors, and the sound design team to ensure that the songs enhanced rather than distracted from the narrative flow. This process required precise timing and audio mixing to achieve the desired emotional impact. The soundtrack release strategy for Season 2 involved multiple formats and release schedules to accommodate different audience preferences and consumption patterns. Sony Music scheduled a deluxe vinyl release for December 12, 2025. Pressed on striking purple and black blended transparent vinyl, with the spot-glossed cover. The commercial success of the Season 1 soundtrack, which had generated significant streaming revenue and cultural impact, influenced the approach to Season 2's music strategy. The team worked to create a soundtrack that would have similar commercial appeal while serving the narrative needs of the series. Digital streaming platforms played a crucial role in the soundtrack's distribution strategy, with releases timed to coincide with episode premieres to maximize audience engagement and commercial impact. Released theatrical release. Wednesday Season 2, being a Netflix original television series, did not receive a traditional theatrical release. However, the series' cultural significance and visual spectacle led to several special screening events that provided audiences with opportunities to experience the show on larger screens. Netflix organized select premiere events in major cities worldwide, including Los Angeles, New York, London, and Dublin, to celebrate the series' release and generate media attention. These events were primarily industry-focused, featuring cast appearances, red carpet premieres, and exclusive behind-the-scenes content. The absence of a theatrical release strategy reflected Netflix's streaming-first approach to content distribution, which prioritizes global simultaneous availability over traditional release windows. This strategy allowed the series to reach its international audience immediately upon release. Some international markets featured limited theatrical presentations through special event screenings organized by local distributors and cinema chains. These screenings were typically limited to major metropolitan areas and served more as promotional events than commercial theatrical releases. The series' visual design and production values, particularly Tim Burton's distinctive directorial style, would have translated well to theatrical presentation. However, the episodic nature of the content and Netflix's business model made streaming distribution the primary release strategy. IMAX and other premium large-format theaters showed interest in hosting special screenings of select episodes, particularly those featuring the most visually spectacular sequences. However, these presentations were limited and primarily served promotional purposes. Film festivals and genre-specific events provided additional opportunities for theatrical presentation, with several international festivals hosting special screenings that celebrated the series' contribution to Gothic and supernatural storytelling. Home media. The home media release strategy for Wednesday Season 2 follows Netflix's established approach to physical media distribution, which has become increasingly selective in recent years. While the first season received a physical release through Warner Bros. Home Entertainment, the strategy for Season 2 reflects changing consumer preferences and market conditions. The first season was released on Blu-ray and DVD by Warner Bros. Home Entertainment in March 2024, establishing a precedent for physical media releases of the series. However, the timeline and scope of Season 2's physical release remain subject to market demand and distribution agreements. The physical media release includes special features such as behind-the-scenes documentaries, cast and crew commentary tracks, deleted scenes, and exclusive interviews. These supplementary materials provide fans with deeper insight into the production process and creative decisions that shaped the series. International home media distribution involves multiple regional distributors and varying release schedules based on local market conditions and consumer preferences. Some markets prioritize Blu-ray releases while others focus on digital download and streaming availability. The collectible market for Wednesday merchandise, including special edition home media releases, has proven particularly strong. Limited edition releases featuring special packaging, exclusive artwork, and premium materials have found success among dedicated fans. Digital purchase and rental options provide additional distribution channels for audiences who prefer digital media consumption. These releases typically coincide with or shortly follow the Netflix streaming premiere. The home media strategy also includes consideration of future compilation releases that might combine multiple seasons or present the series in alternative formats designed for collectors and enthusiasts. Reception. Box office performance. As a streaming television series, Wednesday Season 2 does not generate traditional box office revenue. However, its economic impact can be measured through various metrics including subscription growth, viewer engagement, and international licensing revenue. Netflix's investment in Wednesday Season 2 represents one of the platform's most significant commitments to original content, with production budgets estimated to be substantially higher than typical streaming series due to the extensive visual effects work, international filming locations, and high-profile cast. The series' economic impact extends beyond direct subscription revenue to include merchandise sales, licensing agreements, and tourism revenue for filming locations. The first season's success generated significant economic activity in Romania, and Season 2's filming in Ireland is expected to provide similar economic benefits. Advertising revenue, while not directly applicable to Netflix's subscription model, becomes relevant through product placement opportunities and sponsored content integrations. The series' high viewership makes it valuable for marketing partnerships and brand collaborations. International licensing deals allow Netflix to distribute the series through partner networks in markets where Netflix's presence is limited, generating additional revenue streams beyond subscription fees. The series' impact on Netflix's stock performance and market valuation reflects investor confidence in the platform's content strategy and the show's contribution to subscriber retention and acquisition. Production incentives and tax benefits from filming locations provide additional economic considerations that affect the series' overall financial performance and Netflix's content production strategy. Critical response. The critical reception of Wednesday Season 2 has been generally positive, with reviewers praising the series' continued commitment to Gothic storytelling while noting improvements in character development and narrative complexity. Critics have particularly commended the series' ability to balance supernatural mystery elements with character-driven storytelling. The first season received predominantly positive reviews from critics, who praised Ortega's performance, and early reviews suggest that Season 2 maintains and builds upon these strengths. Critics have noted Jenna Ortega's continued excellence in the titular role while highlighting the contributions of new cast members. Reviews have consistently praised Tim Burton's visual direction and the series' production design, Noting the successful transition from Romanian to Irish filming locations, critics have commended the production team's ability to maintain visual consistency while introducing new elements that enhance the series' gothic atmosphere. The series' approach to social commentary and contemporary themes has received positive critical attention, with reviewers noting the show's ability to address relevant issues through its supernatural and gothic framework. Critics have praised the series' handling of themes related to identity, belonging, and social acceptance. Music and sound design have received particular critical praise, with reviewers highlighting the effective integration of original score and licensed music. Critics have noted the soundtrack's contribution to the series' overall atmospheric success. Some critics have noted areas for improvement, particularly in pacing and the balance between supernatural elements and character development. However, the overall critical consensus remains positive, with most reviewers expressing enthusiasm for the series' continued evolution. The series' cultural impact and significance have been recognized by critics who view it as an important contribution to contemporary Gothic storytelling and supernatural television programming. Audience reception and cultural impact. The audience reception of Wednesday Season 2 has been overwhelmingly positive, with fans praising the series' continued development of beloved characters while introducing compelling new elements. Social media response has been particularly enthusiastic, with fans creating extensive fan art, memes, and discussion content. The first season became the second most watched English-language Netflix series, setting high expectations for Season 2's audience reception. Early audience metrics suggest that Season 2 is meeting or exceeding these expectations. The series' impact on popular culture continues to be significant, with Wednesday's dance sequences and Gothic fashion choices influencing trends across social media platforms. The characters' distinctive style and attitude have resonated particularly strongly with Gen Z audiences. Fan communities have embraced the series' expanded mythology and character relationships, with extensive discussion and analysis of plot developments and character arcs. Online fan communities have created comprehensive wikis, fan fiction, and analytical content that demonstrates depth engagement with the series. The series' representation and diversity elements have been well received by audiences, who have praised the show's inclusive casting and its respectful treatment of different cultural backgrounds and identities. Merchandising related to the series has been extremely successful, with clothing, accessories, and collectibles featuring Wednesday Addams imagery proving popular among fans. The commercial success of series-related products demonstrates the strength of audience engagement. Educational and academic interest in the series has grown, with scholars analyzing its contribution to Gothic literature adaptation and its treatment of themes related to adolescence, identity, and social belonging. The series' influence on other television programming is becoming apparent, with networks and streaming platforms developing similar Gothic and supernatural content aimed at young adult audiences. International audience reception has been particularly strong, with the series achieving success across diverse cultural markets and demographic groups. The universal appeal of Wednesday's character and the series' supernatural elements have translated effectively across cultural boundaries. Awards and recognition. Industry awards. Wednesday Season 2's awards consideration period extends into 2025, positioning it for recognition at major industry ceremonies including the Emmy Awards, Golden Globe Awards, and Screen Actors Guild Awards. The series' eligible categories span multiple craft and performance areas, reflecting the comprehensive nature of its production excellence. The first season received 2 Golden Globe nominations, Best Television Series A Musical or Comedy and Best Actress A Television Series Musical or Comedy for Ortega. Season 2's expanded production scope and enhanced performances position it strongly for similar recognition. Technical categories represent particular strengths for the series, with potential nominations in areas including production design, costume design, makeup and hairstyling, visual effects, and sound editing. The series' distinctive Gothic aesthetic and high production values align well with industry recognition standards. Performance categories offer opportunities for both returning and new cast members to receive recognition. Jenna Ortega's continued excellence in the title role positions her strongly for lead actress consideration, While supporting cast members may be recognized for their contributions to the ensemble, writing and directing categories present additional opportunities for recognition, particularly given Tim Burton's continued involvement and the series' sophisticated approach to character development and supernatural storytelling. International awards circuits have also shown interest in the series, with potential recognition at ceremonies focused on genre programming, youth-oriented content, and international television production. Guild awards from organizations representing various craft disciplines provide additional recognition opportunities, particularly for the series' technical achievements in areas like visual effects, costume design, and production design. Cultural recognition beyond industry awards. Wednesday Season 2 has received recognition for its cultural impact and contribution to contemporary television storytelling. Cultural organizations and media literacy groups have noted the series' positive representation and its effective adaptation of classic literary characters for modern audiences. Academic institutions have begun incorporating the series into curricula focused on media studies, Gothic literature, and contemporary television analysis. The series' sophisticated approach to character development and its treatment of social themes have made it valuable for educational purposes. Tourism organizations in Ireland have recognized the series' positive impact on location tourism, with several filming locations experiencing increased visitor interest following the series' release. Fashion and design organizations have acknowledged the series' influence on contemporary Gothic and alternative fashion trends, particularly its impact on young adult style preferences and aesthetic choices. Digital and social media platforms have recognized the series' significant impact on online culture and content creation, noting its contribution to viral trends and user-generated content. Mental health and youth advocacy organizations have praised the series' respectful treatment of themes related to adolescent development, social acceptance, and individual identity, recognizing its positive influence on young audiences. Legacy and future implications. Impact on the Gothic genre. Wednesday Season 2's success continues to demonstrate the contemporary relevance and appeal of Gothic storytelling, contributing to a broader renaissance of Gothic elements in popular culture. The series has proven that classic Gothic characters and themes can be successfully adapted for modern audiences without losing their essential characteristics. The series' approach to Gothic storytelling and combining traditional supernatural elements with contemporary social commentary has influenced other productions and creators working within the genre. Its success has encouraged networks and streaming platforms to invest in similar Gothic and supernatural content. Educational institutions have noted the series' contribution to renewed interest in Gothic literature and its original sources. Literature courses focusing on the Gothic tradition have reported increased student engagement, partly attributed to the series' popular success. The visual aesthetics established by the series, particularly its distinctive approach to Gothic fashion and production design, have influenced broader design trends extending beyond entertainment into fashion, interior design, and visual arts. Television industry impact. The success of Wednesday Season 2 reinforces the viability of high-budget, visually sophisticated television programming on streaming platforms. Its production values and international success demonstrate that television content can achieve cinematic quality and global cultural impact. The series' approach to character development and world-building has influenced other television creators, particularly in the young adult and supernatural genre. Its balance of mystery, character development, and visual spectacle has become a model for similar productions. International co-production models have been influenced by the series' successful transition from Romanian to Irish filming locations, demonstrating the flexibility and benefits of location-diverse production strategies. The series' success with episodic storytelling while maintaining overarching narrative continuity has provided insights for other creators working to balance serialized and episodic elements in their programming. Future prospects. A spin-off series centered around Uncle Fester has been in early development on Netflix as of December 2023. indicating the expansion potential of the Wednesday universe. The success of Season 2 strengthens the foundation for additional series and content within the Addams Family framework. The series' international success positions it well for continued global expansion and potential adaptation in other markets. Its universal themes and distinctive visual style make it suitable for various international production approaches. Merchandising and licensing opportunities continue to expand, with potential for fashion lines, lifestyle products, and educational materials that extend the series' cultural reach beyond entertainment. Academic and educational applications of the series continue to develop, with potential for specialized curricula, critical studies publications, and scholarly analysis that will contribute to its long-term cultural significance. The series' influence on tourism and location-based entertainment suggests potential for themed experiences, location tours, and immersive entertainment offerings that could extend its cultural impact. Conclusion: Wednesday Season 2 represents a successful evolution of a series that has already achieved remarkable cultural significance and commercial success. Building upon the foundation established by the first season, Season 2 demonstrates the continued relevance of Gothic storytelling while showcasing the possibilities for sophisticated character development within the supernatural television genre. The series' production achievements, from its successful international filming strategy to its sophisticated visual effects and production design, established new benchmarks for streaming television quality and ambition. The collaborative effort between creators, cast, and crew has resulted in a production that honors the source material while creating new possibilities for character and story development. The cultural impact of Wednesday Season 2 extends far beyond entertainment, influencing fashion, music, literature, and social media in ways that demonstrate the power of well-crafted storytelling to shape contemporary culture. Its success with diverse international audiences speaks to the universal appeal of its themes and characters. As the series continues to develop and expand, its influence on the television industry, Gothic genre, and popular culture more broadly seems likely to continue growing. Wednesday Season 2 stands as a testament to the possibilities for creative excellence in contemporary streaming television and the enduring power of classic characters to find new relevance with each generation. The series' success in balancing commercial appeal with artistic integrity provides a model for future productions seeking to achieve similar cultural significance. Its contribution to the Gothic tradition while addressing contemporary themes demonstrates the ongoing vitality of this literary and cultural form. Wednesday Season 2's achievement in creating compelling television that resonates across demographic and cultural boundaries while maintaining artistic excellence represents a significant accomplishment in contemporary media production. Its legacy will likely continue to influence creators, audiences, and cultural commentators for years to come, cementing its position as a landmark achievement in streaming television and Gothic storytelling. Review.one Netflix has released the first teaser and a handful of new images for Wednesday Season 2, starring Jenna Ortega and launching on the streamer in 2 parts on August 6 and September 3. According to an official series logline, the show follows Wednesday Addams' years as a student, when she attempts to master her emerging psychic ability, thwart a killing spree, and solve the mystery that embroiled her parents. Related Stories: Ortega, who is also producing the second season, returns as the titular Addams family daughter. She is joined by Emma Myers, Enid Sinclair, Joy Sunday, Bianca Barkley, Musa Mostafa, Eugene, Georgie Farmer, Ajax, Victor Dorobantu, Thing, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Morticia Addams, Luis Guzmán !N, Gomez Addams, Isaac Ordonez, Pugsley Addams, Louis and Unity Lewis Niowa, Deputy Richie Santiago, Jamie McShane, Sheriff Donovan Galpin, and Fred Armisen, Uncle Fester. New series regulars for Season 2 include Steve Buscemi, The Big Lebowski, Billy Piper, Scoop, Evie Templeton, Return to Silent Hill, Owen Painter, The Handmaid's Tale, and Noah Taylor, Park Avenue. Christopher Lloyd, The Addams Family, Joanna Lumley, Absolutely Fabulous, Thandai Newton, Westworld, Frances O'Connor, The 12, Haley Joel Osment, Somebody I Used to Know, Heather Matarazzo, The Princess Diaries, and Joanna Lumley, the acolyte, also joined the new season in guest star roles. Lady Gaga is also appearing in a mystery role. Tim Burton returns as director alongside Pacoca Bazes and Angela Robinson. Wednesday co-creators Alfred Gough and Miles Miller serve as showrunners and executive produce with Burton, Ortega, Natalie Testa, Steve Stark, Andrew Mittman, Tommy Harper, Karen Richards, Kayla Alpert, Jonathan Glickman, Gail Berman and Meredith Averill. MGM Television produces. Review. 2 Netflix is finally letting us back into Nevermore Academy, though Wednesday Addams probably would have preferred we suffer a little longer. The streamer just released the teaser trailer and poster for Wednesday Season 2 and it's appropriately moody and ominous, just the way Wednesday would likes it, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I enjoy the hell out of Season 1 and I'm ready for more. Fans have been dying to know what comes next since the series became a breakout hit, and Jenna Ortega is back to lead the charge as the deadpan, macabre icon herself. The synopsis reads, Wednesday Addams, Jenna Ortega, returns to prowl the gothic halls of Nevermore Academy, where fresh foes and woes await. This season, Wednesday must navigate family, friends and old adversaries, propelling her into another year of delightfully dark and kooky mayhem. Armed with her signature razor-sharp wit and deadpan charm, Wednesday is also plunged into a new bone-chilling supernatural mystery. In various interviews, Ortega has hinted that Season 2 will lean harder into the horror and mystery elements, bolder, darker, and more horror-heavy than the first season. If you liked Season 1's twisted charm, it looks like you will enjoy what Season 2 has to offer. Also returning to the creepy and kooky fold are Luis Guzmán as Gomez and Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia Addams. Lady Gaga has also joined the cast. You'll get a look at how she fits into Wednesday's strange and stylish world. As a refresher, Wednesday is described as a sleuthing, supernaturally infused mystery charting Wednesday Addams' years as a student at Nevermore Academy. The series follows Wednesday's attempts to master her emerging psychic ability, thwart a monstrous killing spree that has terrorized the local town, and solve the supernatural mystery that embroiled her parents 25 years ago, all while navigating her new and very tangled relationships. Behind the scenes, Alfred Gough and Miles Miller, Smallville, return as the brains behind the show, with Tim Burton executive producing. Review. 3 Wednesday came back for its second season with a bang, and the release of Season 2 Part 2 has blown up the world of the Addams family even further. In Part 1, Wednesday, Jenna Ortega had an unhappy reunion with Tyler Hunter Doohan, who was her love interest in Season 1 until he was revealed to be the Hyde responsible for the string of murders plaguing Nevermore Academy and the town of Jericho. A psychic premonition about teenage Emma Myers' death combined with a new string of murders sets her on an investigation that pulls her to the Willow Hill Asylum, where Tyler is being held. In the explosive Part 1 finale, Wednesday liberates all of the outcasts at Willow Hill in the process of discovering LOISA, the Long-Term Outcast Integration Study, a twisted secret project that attempted to remove outcasts' powers and give them to normies. Wednesday realizes that the late Sheriff Galpin, Tyler's father, died while trying to uncover the same project, fearful that Tyler would get drawn into the experiment. Of course, Tyler has no regard for the merit of Wednesday's mission. Freed from his chains, he charges at Wednesday and throws her out of the asylum window, nearly killing her. But of course, Wednesday lives to tell the tale and to meet a few more outcasts. Who is the LOIS subject that called Wednesday an angel before running away into the night? Who can she turn to for help regaining her psychic ability? Those questions and more are answered in Part 2 of Season 2. But don't worry, several new questions come up that we'll need a third season to answer. Review. 4 The second season of Wednesday premiered on Netflix last week with Part 1 of Season 2, and with 50 million people tuning in during the first 5 days alone, it's safe to say that the Jenna Ortega starring series is more popular than ever. Season 2, Part 2 arrives this September, and Netflix is previewing the final batch of Season 2 episodes with a new trailer. Wednesday Season 2, Part 2 premieres on September 3, 2025. Watch the new trailer for Wednesday Season 2, Part 2 down below. Netflix previews. Gwendolyn Christie reprises her role as fan-favorite Principal Weems in A Wednesday Season 2, Part 2. The banter between Wednesday and her newly appointed spirit guardian, her once-loathed principal, now returned from the afterlife, is back in full swing. In the new season, Wednesday Addams, Jenna Ortega, returns to prowl the gothic halls of Nevermore Academy, where fresh foes and woes await. This season, Wednesday must navigate family, friends and old adversaries, propelling her into another year of delightfully dark and kooky mayhem. Armed with her signature razor-sharp wit and deadpan charm, Wednesday is also plunged into a new bone-chilling supernatural mystery. Creator, showrunners Alfred Goff and Miles Miller return for the spine-tingling second season of Wednesday, alongside executive producer and director Tim Burton. Review. 5 in fashion. Bespoke is always best. Vogue uses technology to tailor our stories to your interests, keeping you up to speed on everything from the latest Paris Fashion Week trends to the newest it bag to invest in. This tech also allows third parties, particularly our trusted luxury advertising partners, to display ads and content that more closely align with your personal style, not to mention giving editors the chance to see which kinds of features you love and write more of them. Consider it your chance to have the first look at and the last word on all of Vogue's content. We, and our partners, use cookies and similar methods to recognize visitors and remember their preferences. We may also use these technologies to gauge the effectiveness of advertising campaigns, target advertisements, and analyze website traffic. Some of these technologies are essential for ensuring the proper functioning of the service or website and cannot be disabled, while others are optional but serve to enhance the user experience in various ways. We, in collaboration with our partners, store and/or access information on a user's device, including but not limited to IP addresses, unique identifiers, and browsing data stored in cookies. In order to process personal data, you have the option to manage your preferences by selecting the Manage Preferences option located in the page's footer. To review or object to instances where our partners assert a legitimate interest in utilizing your data, please visit our vendors page. Review. 6 Netflix has shared a brand new poster for Jenna Ortega's Wednesday Season 2 Part 2 as we approach the half-term break. With all new episodes of Wednesday now streaming, Netflix has shared a new poster for Season 2 Part 2. Although the streamer has dropped the first 4 episodes from the new season, fans will be forced to endure an agonizing wait for the next crop of adventures. With the half-term break at Nevermore upon us, fans will have to wait until September 3rd for the semester to resume. But fear not, students, because Jenna Ortega's morbid master of mayhem isn't far away. She features prominently on the new poster alongside her faithful companion, Thing. But don't let the wait be the death of you. Scroll down and check it out below. New poster. Season 2 Wednesday Addams returns to prowl the gothic halls of Nevermore Academy, where fresh foes and woes await. This season, Wednesday must navigate family, friends and old adversaries, propelling her into another year of delightfully dark and kooky mayhem. Armed with her signature razor-sharp wit and deadpan charm, Wednesday is also plunged into a new bone-chilling supernatural mystery. In our review of Wednesday Season 2 Part 1, our reviewer Thomas said, Wednesday is back and it's better than ever. The first part of the sophomore season relies more on the horror genre and delivers an intriguing mystery. It takes what worked in Season 1 and improves it. This time, Tim Burton's style is felt more throughout the episodes, and the rest of the Addams family finally has the screen time they deserve. Jenna Ortega is still perfect as the titular character. Read his full review here. New semester. While the new season is still in its early stages, the events so far suggest a thrilling conclusion ahead. With another season already confirmed, it's exciting to think that this season might end with a gripping cliffhanger, which would be quite tantalizing. But can it top the thrilling first season? Season 1 of Tim Burton's landmark series was a joy to behold, bringing the Addams family back to the forefront in glorious fashion. So, we have high hopes for the conclusion of Wednesday's newest season. If Burton and his impressive cast can recapture the same lightning in a bottle that made Season 1 so successful, our summer of woe could be an incredible one. And with Thing ready to click his fingers to the iconic theme tune, We are more than ready for another helping of Mo at Nevermore Academy. Mark the date in your diary because the semester at Nevermore continues with Wednesday Season 2, Part 2, on September 3rd. Will you be tuning in for the new episodes of Wednesday? Drop a comment in the chat below. Like this. Attention, horror fans. NECA is creating the ultimate action figure of the horror legend Vincent Price. Take a look at this black and white treasure here. Cellar dwellers, rejoice, because NECA has revealed our first look at the upcoming Vincent Price Ultimate Action figure. The black and white plastic gem has been designed with the collector in mind, and now this icon of classic horror is coming home. Whether it's his iconic vocals in Michael Jackson's Thriller music video, his stint as Egghead in Batman, the classic series, or as the chilling Professor Henry Jared in House of Wax. The iconic actor was a generational talent worthy of a place in any horror collection. But what amazing accessories does the figure come with? I hear you ask. The figure includes 3 swap-out portraits, designed to recreate every era of his illustrious career. Additionally, the set includes interchangeable hands, a raven, a teacup with saucer, a black cat, a cookbook, a skull, a candle, and more to give collectors the ultimate collectible. But before we start doing the zombie dance from Thriller, check out the full reveal below. The figure Ultimate Vincent Price 7-scale action figure, black-white, darkness falls across the land. A broken bar. The Merchant of Menace has returned to NECA's Ultimates line in classic black and white. A horror and comp icon with an unmistakable voice. The incomparable Vincent Price appeared in more than 100 films during his lifetime. However, this master of horror wasn't just an actor of stage, radio, and screen. He was also an art historian and gourmet cook. Celebrate his unique legacy with this 7-inch scale Ultimate Vincent Price action figure. Looking as if he just stepped off the silver screen, he comes complete with 3 interchangeable heads and neckties to mix and match his iconic looks throughout the years. It's like 3 figures in one. Other spooky accessories include interchangeable hands, raven with alternate perch forearm, skull, black cat, candlestick, teacup and saucer, cigarettes, cookbook, and a stack of records. Comes in collector-friendly window box packaging with opening front flap. Released with an exceptional figure. Vincent Price was a true horror icon, and I can think of no better way to celebrate his illustrious career than with the Ultimate Action figure. With its 3 intricately detailed face sculpts, this figure is truly the pinnacle of collectibles. But if you were hoping to snap him up at your earliest opportunity, you're in for a disappointment. Sadly, the figure isn't expected to hit the shelves until the first quarter of 2026. Thankfully, pre-orders are already open, so you can rest in your crypt safe in the knowledge that your very own Vincent Price figure will be stalking its way into your collection soon. Review. 7. This story contains major spoilers from Wednesday Season 2. The creative team behind Netflix's Wednesday sure knows how to leave its audiences wanting more. Season 2's last episodes may wrap up the mysteries that propelled fans through the 2-part season. The Addams family soundly defeats Isaac Knight, Owen Painter, and the saga of the Morning Song cult is brought to a close. But the final scenes raise new and equally intriguing questions that are, as yet, left unanswered. Among the most obvious, why is Grandmama Hester, Joanna Lumley, keeping Ophelia, who has supposedly been missing for 20 years, locked in a dungeon? And for that matter, who will play Wednesday's seemingly murderous aunt, whose face audiences haven't seen? Will Wednesday, Jenna Ortega, be able to save Enid, Emma Myers, who's on the run in the wilderness and trapped in her wolf form? And what is this place that Capri, Billy Piper, is offering to take Tyler, Hunter Doohan, to help him live with his fellow Hydes? The Hollywood Reporter rounds up all of those burning questions, along with some of our more esoteric theories about what exactly has been going on at Nevermore Academy, and what could potentially happen in Season 3. But beware, speculation abounds in the theories below, so take them with an Addams family appropriate level of mistrust. In the first half of Season 2, Morticia, Catherine Zeta-Jones, thinks Goody Addams' spellbook is enabling Wednesday to abuse her psychic powers, so she takes it away. Wednesday then challenges her mother to a duel, which Morticia wins, earning the right to burn the book. When Hester subsequently tries to negotiate the return of the book for a donation to Nevermore, Morticia throws it into the fire, telling her that her family is non-negotiable. Morticia and Gomez have both proven their ability to keep a secret, not even telling Thing that he began life as the hand of a murderous mad scientist who tried to kill Gomez, so we wouldn't bet our gothic mansion on the likelihood that Morticia is playing things completely straight when it comes to burning the spellbook. Did she desperately want to get the book out of Wednesday's hands? Yes. And she achieved that. Wednesday is convinced that the book is reduced to ashes. But can we be certain that Morticia didn't substitute an imposter book to throw into the fire? And even if she wasn't playing any tricks, there was an interesting look on Morticia's face after she threw Goody's book into the flames. A look of regret, confusion, surprise. It's not impossible the book's magical powers somehow kept it safe from the fire, or failing that Morticia had a change of heart and pulled it out before it was destroyed. Read our Morticia chat with Catherine Zeta-Jones. Earlier in Season 2, viewers saw a surprise return of Season 1's teacher-turned-villain Marilyn Thornhill, aka Laurel Gates, played by Christina Ricci. After it was revealed that Thornhill was actually the person controlling Dollar's Hyde, who was behind all the Outcasts' killings in the first season, she was ultimately attacked by Eugene's Musa Mustafa B's in the finale. However, she clearly didn't die, at least not yet, as she made her grand return in Episode 4, titled If These Wolves Could Talk, of Season 2. Dr. Fairburn, Thandai Newton, has Thornhill transferred to Willow Hill Psychiatric Hospital, where Tyler is being held after he was apprehended in Season 1, for advice on how to rehabilitate Tyler, as she's his master. But when Thornhill asks to see Tyler face to face, which Dr. Fairburn eventually agrees to, it doesn't go as planned, as Tyler clearly has some resistance towards her. He ends up transforming into a Hyde and angrily grabs Thornhill by the neck, slamming her against the wall, but not enough to kill her. Later in the episode, when chaos unfolds at Willow Hill, Thornhill lets Tyler out of his isolation cell. "I told you Mama would get you out of here. I could never abandon you," she tells him. However, Tyler clearly feels very different. "Wish I could say the same. You're the reason I've been locked away and here. You're not my mother, you're my master, or should I say a broken bar you were," he replies. After giving her a head start to run from him, Tyler transforms into a Hyde, quickly catches up to Thornhill and ultimately kills her, a broken bar, or so it seems. When later asked, co-creators and showrunners Alfred Gough and Miles Miller wouldn't confirm whether Ricci's character is definitively deceased. Christina Ricci is just an amazing person and actor, and she brings such value to the show, and the character is so wonderful. "Never say never," Gough told Netflix, before Miller added, "I will say, in this show, no one is officially dead. There's always a way." Since it appears Gough and Miller are open to anything, it's safe to assume Lady Gaga returning as Rosalind Rotwood is definitely a possibility, especially since her highly anticipated role in the show had limited screen time in Season 2. Gaga's Rotwood, who was a powerful psychic and a former teacher at Nevermore, makes a cameo in Episode 6, titled Woe Thyself. When Wednesday visits her grave to seek assistance in regaining her own psychic powers, things go awry, in typical Nevermore fashion, and Rotwood makes Wednesday pay the price by forcing her and Enid to switch bodies. The pair must quickly gain a truer understanding of one another or face death, which luckily they do. Despite Gaga's limited screen time, which left some viewers frustrated, it also led to some fan theories surrounding Season 3. After Wednesday informs Rotwood that Grandmama Hester sent her there, Rotwood tells the young Addams during their brief interaction, "Hester, so desperate for my approval, but she never had what it took to be a truly great Trayvon. She craved a family so badly, she fell head over heels with a huckster. I sense none of that sentimentality in you." Since Rotwood and Hester clearly have a history, some fans are speculating that there could be more in store for Gaga's character in the next season. One fan theory sees the singer also playing Ophelia Frump, as it was revealed in the Season 2 finale that Hester is keeping Morticia's sister secretly locked in a dungeon. While nothing has been confirmed, Fans will just have to wait and see if and how Geiger returns in Season 3. It seems Tyler and Wednesday's complicated relationship will likely continue in Season 3, despite Tyler threatening to kill her and Enid this season. Though Tyler's plans don't necessarily work out, there may be more to the story. Some fans have theorized that he can't just forget his romantic feelings for Wednesday from Season 1. Which may be why he had a concerned look on his face when Isaac buried Wednesday alive in the Season 2 finale. Though Tyler didn't stop Isaac, he could have sensed Agnes, Evie Templeton, nearby, similar to how he caught Agnes, who can disappear, when she followed them into Willow Hill's basement in Episode 6, and knew she would save Wednesday. Later in the finale, when the roles reversed and Wednesday had an opportunity to kill Tyler with an axe, she clearly missed on purpose, actually freeing him to escape the trap set by Isaac and his mother, Frances O'Connor. When Tyler asks, "Why?" a deadpan Wednesday responds, "I missed." While some fans hope Tyler and Wednesday are endgame once the show eventually wraps, there's one thing for certain: their relationship status is definitely listed as complicated heading into Season 3. Though Tyler is now free from Isaac, Frances and Thornhill, his future remains uncertain as he still struggles with his inner Hyde. But in this finale, he actually gets a compelling offer from none other than Isadora Capri, Billie Piper, Nevermore Academy's new head of music, who is also a werewolf. During their brief conversation, she tells Tyler, "We both know you can't survive out here alone, but I can save you. A broken bar. I'm offering a support system for people just like you, fellow Hydes, in a way where the world can't find them. You'd be part of a pack, creating a bond that transcends the need for a single master." While Tyler is confused as to why the offer would be coming from Isadora since she's a werewolf, she later reveals her father was also a Hyde. This now raises several questions for the next season. Is Tyler going to join this secret Hyde cult? What does Isadora get out of helping Tyler? Could Isadora be a hybrid? Aside from the relationship drama Enid faced throughout Season 2, dating will probably be a bit harder in Season 3 as a werewolf. Enid, who typically brings normal high school moments like dating to a show full of magical, outcast chaos, found herself stuck as a werewolf in the Season 2 finale. When she transforms on the night of a full moon to help save Wednesday, who was buried alive by Isaac, she risks getting trapped in wolf form permanently as an alpha werewolf. At the end, viewers see Enid flee Nevermore as a wolf, with Wednesday and Uncle Fester, Fred Armisen, heading out on a road trip in search of her. Before Enid transformed, she appeared to have resolved the awkward tension with Ajax Petropoulos, Georgie Farmer, whom she dated in Season 1. However, things were a bit more unclear regarding where her relationship stands with Noah B. Taylor's Bruno, her love interest throughout Season 2. In Part 2, when Wednesday and Enid switch bodies, Wednesday, while possessing Enid's body, discovers that Bruno, Noah B. Taylor, actually has a secret girlfriend back home. When she overhears a phone conversation between Bruno and another woman, Wednesday ends up breaking up with him in Enid's name, and then once the real Enid learns about Bruno cheating, she starts to avoid him. But when Bruno attempts to explain himself and convinces Enid to go to the Nevermore Gala with him, things take another turn when Bruno's girlfriend from home makes a surprise appearance. I'm not gonna be the villain in the story. I think I wanted us to work out because I was holding on to the past, but I have a new path now, one that I have to face alone, Enid says in Episode 7, titled "Woe Me the Money," ending it with Bruno, who appears devastated. Taylor told THR that he interpreted Bruno's feelings as he did genuinely care about Enid and that he was too scared to hurt anybody, so he kept entertaining both girls. As for whether he thinks Bruno might chase after Enid if he returns for Season 3, Taylor predicted, "I think he would try to weasel back in there a little bit, to keep fighting for her." I think that could be interesting. Facts about Morticia's sister, and Wednesday's aunt, Ophelia, are sprinkled throughout Season 2. Ophelia is a raven, like Wednesday, and they both have similar psychic powers. Most of what we know comes from Morticia, who says that as a teenager, Ophelia was impatient and strong-willed, and that in her sophomore year at Nevermore, she was found screaming in the quad, with black tears running down her cheeks. All of the above are similarities Wednesday shares with her aunt. Over Morticia's objections, Hester sent Ophelia to Willow Hill after her psychic crisis, but it has been 20 years since she's been seen, according to Morticia. On the subject of parenting, Hester says that if her daughter is in trouble, it's her mother's job to stand back and let her fend for herself, thrive or die. But in the season 2 finale, Morticia gives Wednesday Ophelia's journal, and as she reads it, Wednesday sees Ophelia in a psychic vision. That's followed by an even more surprising scene, in which Hester returns home from Nevermore and goes down to her dungeon, where Ophelia is imprisoned, having written the words "Wednesday must die" on the wall, apparently in blood. Hester and Morticia are deeply estranged, so it makes sense that the matriarch wouldn't mind keeping a secret from the family. But to what end? It's clear that Ophelia has it out for Wednesday. So did Hester lock her up to protect her other daughter and granddaughter? That seems to go against her hands-off parenting approach. And how did she imprison Ophelia all this time without raising Morticia's suspicions? Meanwhile, in a show known for casting big names, for example, Lady Gaga, whose vibe Ophelia is definitely reminiscent of as Rosalind Rotwood this season, and bringing back actors with connections to Addams Family classics, like Christina Ricci and Christopher Lloyd. Finding out who is playing Wednesdays and is sure to be a fun guessing game. Tim Burton, who directed the finale, played his hand well when he decided not to show Ophelia's face. The first 2 seasons of Wednesday have followed a tried-and-true format of adolescent fantasy drama. In the same way that each Harry Potter book followed one school year, so have each of the first 2 seasons of the Addams Family series. But in the closing scenes of season 2, Nevermore is shut down, and Agnes says that Tina Day, who's trapped in her werewolf form, was spotted on a wildlife camera near the Canadian border. So Wednesday hits the road in Fester's sidecar, bound by her earlier promise to hunt down her friend. Finding werewolf Enid, then somehow figuring out how to restore her to her human form, is a Herculean task the kind viewers will want to see on screen. But an odyssey like this seems like it could break the established format. Could season 3 go in an entirely different direction, with a road trip centered around saving Enid? Or if not a whole season, the storyline seems like it could support at least an episode or 2, adding fuel to the theory that Wednesday is ready to expand beyond the grounds of Nevermore and the nearby town of Jericho. Catherine Zeta-Jones recently told THR, "I'm hoping that in season 3, we're able to see the Addams family outside of their world." That's always interesting to see how people react, and how you react in the world that's not an outcast world. Though she also conceded that she doesn't know the showrunner's plans for the upcoming season. There's no release date yet for the forthcoming 3rd season, and showrunners Miles Miller and Alfred Goff were tight-lipped in a recent article on Netflix's Toodum. Asked for plot details, Miller demurred, saying, "Sure, but then I'd have to bury you in a shallow grave." Review.8 The massive cultural impact of Wednesday following its 2022 debut prompted Netflix to build a larger franchise around the valuable property. For starters, the streamer has officially greenlit Wednesday's 3rd season, ensuring the continuation of Wednesday Addams, Jenna Ortega, story at Nevermore Academy. In addition to the renewal, a spin-off series centered on Fred Armisen's eccentric Uncle Fester is currently in the early stages of development. The brand's revival also extends beyond the confines of Netflix, as Wednesday creators Alfred Goff and Miles Miller are simultaneously helming a new Addams Family animated theatrical film for Amazon MGM. All of this underlines that the Addams Family remains extremely relevant in Hollywood and is as popular as it's ever been. Netflix leveraged this audience interest with the split-season release strategy for Wednesday's sophomore outing. The first half of Wednesday Season 2 premiered in early August, serving to re-immerse viewers in the gothic and conspiracy-filled world of the series. These initial episodes successfully introduced several new characters and dangerous antagonists, deepening the overarching lore of outcasts and their enemies. The first part of Wednesday Season 2 also concluded with a dramatic cliffhanger, setting the stage for a highly anticipated final block of episodes. What will Wednesday Season 2 Part 2 be about? The second half of the season will resolve the immediate cliffhanger of Part 1, which saw Wednesday Addams left comatose after being thrown from a window by Tyler Galpin, Hunter Doohan, in his height form. The official trailer for Part 2 confirms her fight for survival will be central, as her friends must deal with the aftermath of the chaos at Willow Hill. Her recovery is expected to be linked to her struggle with her psychic abilities, which began causing her physical harm after she had a vision of her best friend, Enid Sinclair, Emma Myers, being killed. This plotline is tied to the overarching Addams family mystery involving Wednesday's aunt, Ophelia, who suffered a similar fate, and Part 2 must address whether the catatonic woman freed from the secret Lois Labs is, in fact, the long-lost Frump sister. Another critical mystery is the identity of the High's true master. Tyler's murder of Marilyn Thornhill, Christina Ricci, at the end of Part 1, and his survival after the fact, implies that Thornhill was not his real controller. This twist reframes the entire series, revealing that a more powerful antagonist has been manipulating events from the beginning. In addition to this main threat, the heroes must contend with the other escapees from Willow Hill. These include Judy, Heather Matarazzo, the avian killer behind the Lois experiments, and Slurp, Owen Painter, the reanimated zombie who was last seen killing his old friend, Augustus Stonehurst. The final episodes will see these various threats converge on Nevermore Academy, forcing a weakened Wednesday to confront multiple enemies at once. Who was in the cast for Wednesday Season 2 Part 2? All principal actors from the first half of the season are confirmed to return for the conclusion. This includes Ortega as Wednesday Addams, Myers as Enid Sinclair, Joy Sunday as Bianca Barkley, and Hunter Doohan as Tyler Galpin. The wider Addams family will also feature, with Catherine Zeta-Jones, Luis Guzmán !N, and Isaac Ordonez reprising their roles as Morticia, Gomez, and Pugsley Addams, alongside Armisen as Uncle Fester. Key new cast members introduced in Part 1, such as Steve Buscemi as Principal Barry Dort and Joanna Lumley as Grandmama Hester Frump, will also return. The most anticipated new cast member for Part 2 is Lady Gaga. She is set to play Rosalind Rotwood, described as a legendary Nevermore teacher who crosses paths with Wednesday. While her exact role in the story is still secret, her casting was celebrated by the production after her song Bloody Mary became a viral sensation tied to the first season. Additionally, Frances O'Connor is confirmed to guest star in the second half, though her role remains unannounced. When does Wednesday Season 2 Part 2 premiere? Netflix has officially announced that the final 4 episodes of Wednesday Season 2 will premiere on Wednesday, September 3, 2025. This release date gives fans just under a month to speculate and debate the events of Part 1, a strategy designed to keep audience engagement high. The decision to split the season mirrors the release model used for other major Netflix hits like Stranger Things. How many episodes will Wednesday Season 2 Part 2 have? The second part of Wednesday Season 2 will consist of 4 episodes. This brings the total episode count for the entire season to 8, which is consistent with the length of the show's first season. This structure allows for a tightly paced, focused story without the risk of narrative filler that can sometimes affect series with longer episode counts. Review. 9 The massive cultural impact of Wednesday following its 2022 debut prompted Netflix to build a larger franchise around the valuable property. For starters, the streamer has officially greenlit Wednesday's third season, ensuring the continuation of Wednesday Addams, Jenna Ortega, story at Nevermore Academy. In addition to the renewal, a spin-off series centered on Fred Armisen's eccentric Uncle Fester is currently in the early stages of development. The brand's revival also extends beyond the confines of Netflix, as Wednesday creators Alfred Goff and Miles Miller are simultaneously helming a new Addams Family animated theatrical film for Amazon MGM. All of this underlines that the Addams Family remains extremely relevant in Hollywood and is as popular as it's ever been. Netflix leveraged this audience interest with the split-season release strategy for Wednesday's sophomore outing. The first half of Wednesday Season 2 premiered in early August, serving to re-immerse viewers in the gothic and conspiracy-filled world of the series. These initial episodes successfully introduced several new characters and dangerous antagonists, deepening the overarching lore of outcasts and their enemies. The first part of Wednesday Season 2 also concluded with a dramatic cliffhanger, setting the stage for a highly anticipated final block of episodes. What will Wednesday Season 2 Part 2 be about? The second half of the season will resolve the immediate cliffhanger of Part 1, which saw Wednesday Addams left comatose after being thrown from a window by Tyler Galpin, Hunter Doohan, in his hide form. The official trailer for Part 2 confirms her fight for survival will be central, as her friends must deal with the aftermath of the chaos at Willow Hill. Her recovery is expected to be linked to her struggle with her psychic abilities, which began causing her physical harm after she had a vision of her best friend, Enid Sinclair, Emma Myers, being killed. This plotline is tied to the overarching Addams family mystery involving Wednesday's aunt, Ophelia, who suffered a similar fate, and Part 2 must address whether the catatonic woman freed from the secret Lois Labs is, in fact, the long-lost Frump sister. Another critical mystery is the identity of the Hive's true master. Tyler's murder of Marilyn Thornhill, Christina Ricci, at the end of Part 1, and his survival after the fact, implies that Thornhill was not his real controller. This twist reframes the entire series, revealing that a more powerful antagonist has been manipulating events from the beginning. In addition to this main threat, the heroes must contend with the other escapees from Willow Hill. These include Judy, Heather Matarazzo, the avian killer behind Lois experiments, and Slurp, Owen Painter, the reanimated zombie who was last seen killing his old friend, Augustus Stonehurst. The final episodes will see these various threats converge on Nevermore Academy, forcing a weakened Wednesday to confront multiple enemies at once. Review. 10 We waited 3 years for Wednesday to return to Netflix for Season 2, and it did last month. Well, the first 4 episodes of the new season did, on Wednesday, August 6, to be exact. Alas, in an effort to string out the gothic awesomeness of Netflix's record-breaking series, the streamer broke up the new run of episodes into 2 chunks, and that second half is nearly here. If you've been keeping up to date with the Addams Family spin-off series, you'll know that the second season is darker in tone. Creators Miles Miller and Alfred Goff previously said the show would go this route, with Miller telling you that the season definitely has some moments which are more straightforward horror. If you ask me, Miller and Goff, and let's not forget Tim Burton, made the right creative choice here, and I can't wait to see where the next 4 episodes take us. Returning alongside Jenna Ortega are Isaac Ordonez, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Emma Myers and Victor Doro Bantu's Hand as Thing. Newcomers to the show include Joanna Lumley as Grandmama Hester Frump, Steve Buscemi as Barry Dort, Nevermore Academy's new principal, and Lady Gaga as Rosalind Rotwood, a mysterious teacher at Nevermore. Oh, and let's not forget the return of Gwendolyn Christie as the evil Principal Weems. Don't miss any of our unbiased tech content and lab-based reviews. Add Connect as a preferred Google source. Review. 11 Spoilers follow for Netflix's Wednesday Season 2, Part 2. Also, Season 2, Part 1, and Season 1. It's hard to pin the success of Netflix's Wednesday on any particular element. Is it Jenna Ortega's pitch-perfect central performance as Wednesday Addams, nostalgia for the characters created by Charles Addams, the movies, or the TV show? It certainly could be the odd couple pairing of Ortega's dear Wednesday and her roommate at Nevermore Academy, the chipper Enid Sinclair, Emma Myers. Or maybe it's that dance craze on TikTok, which repurposed a scene featuring Ortega's COVID-fueled moves with audio of Lady Gaga's Bloody Mary and helped the show explode into one of the most-watched Netflix series ever. It's that last bit, the viral spark of simple to-do dance moves and easy-to-repurpose audio that Wednesday Season 2, Part 2 tries to recreate, thanks to a brand-new song from Lady Gaga herself, who also briefly guest stars in the new episodes, as well as a, hopefully non-COVID-related, choreographed dance from Myers. And it also points to the essential fault in the series: Wednesday seems to be constantly grasping for something slightly beyond itself, whether that's an unreproducible organic success, the trappings of a supernatural school mystery series, or the dark humor of the Addams family itself. In the second part, The series created by Alfred Goff and Miles Miller picks up A and quickly disposes of A. The cliffhanger from part 1 that Wednesday has seemingly died. She's not dead. Of course it would be hard to continue the show without the main character, but it's still part of the overpacked nature of the series that Wednesday heads to the afterlife, meets the ghost of her former headmaster, Larissa Weems, Gwendolyn Christie, and is back alive all by the end of the opening credits of the first episode. The rest of the season attempts to balance the ongoing Council of Ghost Weems, plenty of Addams family drama, mysteries in the school involving werewolves, a siren cult, a duplicitous new headmaster, ghosts, curses, and even a love triangle that turns into a love rhombus around Enid. Wednesday is busy, and you can often feel the flop sweat of ideas hiding paper-thin messages about family that only sort of connect with the characters. It's too much for Wednesday the show, not the character A, to handle, as the series zips around the halls of Nevermore, out to the Addams house, and even briefly to a Day of the Dead themed reskinning of the local Pilgrim World theme park. Wednesday is busy, and you can often feel the flop sweat of ideas hiding paper-thin messages about family that only sort of connect with the characters. Wednesday's sometimes romantic interest, Tyler Galpin, Hunter Doohan, continues to draw an inordinate amount of focus in the show. Not only does he have an extended family, which is nowhere near as interesting as the Addamses, but the show also leans into the series' over-reliance on CGI monster fights. Wednesday's best special effect, hands down, is Ortega's performance. A broken bar to spend so much time swooping past monsters that look like they're trying to ape the kitsch of Tim Burton's clay animated creations from movies like Beetlejuice and otherwise, but with the slick sheen of computer animation, is a crime. Like the attempt to reviralize the show with Enid's new Gaga dance, it's an echo of what could be, a corporatized version of a homemade sensation. By contrast, though, when the show focuses on the characters over plot a broken bar, it works. And that's on display in not just the best episode of Season 2, Part 2, but the best episode of the series, period, which finds Wednesday and Enid switching bodies. While there's still a lot more going on in that particular hour-plus episode, it's arguably the only one of the 16 episodes produced so far that manages to properly balance supernatural shenanigans and the overall plot while elevating the central relationship of the show to the forefront and actually giving Wednesday and Enid clear arcs where they learn things about themselves and each other. You know, a properly structured episode of television. It's also an absolute blast to watch, as Ortega dances to Blackpink and apes Myers' effusive performance, while Myers clamps down her emotions to a simmering fury, plays a cello, and gets to sarcastically dismiss everyone else in the cast. When the show pairs these two characters with and against each other, Wednesday works, which is why it's unfortunate that it continues to separate them so frequently. There's certainly an attempt to recenter the show on Wednesday and Enid in Part 2. But the series keeps getting distracted with other plot beats or forcibly sending the two actresses in physically opposite directions, to its detriment. There are other parts of the show that work, to be fair. Evie Templeton as Agnes DeMille, who can turn invisible and is obsessed with Wednesday to the level of stalking, is an absolute unhinged delight, and goes from a one-note joke in the first part to a more nuanced character in the second part. Steve Buscemi continues to bring the right amount of quirky energy to his role as the mysterious new dean of Nevermore. A broken bar, his delivery finds him one step removed from the material, commenting on its ridiculousness while relishing living in it. It's basically how do you do, fellow kids? But make it supernatural. Christie is also a welcome return presence, managing to bring arch humor to her scenes and a fair amount of wistful pathos, as well. And Joanna Lumley as Grandmama Hester beats up every scene she's in as both confident to Wednesday and withering dismisser of her daughter, Morticia, Catherine Zeta-Jones. The issue is that Wednesday has more characters than it knows what to do with, and those mentioned above who are allowed to relish the material stand in direct contrast to the more grounded members of the cast. An ongoing plot about the siren cult focusing on Nevermore student Bianca Barkley, Joy Sunday, is so to the side of the action that when it comes to the forefront, One of the characters expresses surprise that a whole other thing was going on and it's quickly wrapped up. Enid's relationship drama is mostly a non-factor, which is fine given the lack of sparks Myers has with anyone other than Ortega. But spending any time on this love rhombus romance seems a nod to the school setting without ever fully embracing the joys of the genre. Similarly, Oller's family drama takes up too much real estate and is far too grounded to not leave the viewer wanting to see the more fun elements of the show, like the mostly off-screen Fester Addams, Fred Armisen, who is reportedly getting his own spin-off. In fact, there are so many characters being juggled that some of them barely get a scene or two, and several have their plot lines shoved off for the already greenlit third season of the series. What's more frustrating about this is that unfleshed-out characters get to stick around long-term, while the show kills off guest stars with regularity. Perhaps this is down to contracts, and given Christie returned as a ghost, there's always room for more. But the issue here is that Wednesday doesn't seem to have a clear idea of what's working and what's not. See the frequent separation of Enid and Wednesday. As mentioned, killing characters who are fun to watch is taking chances so that nobody feels safe. For sure, other than Wednesday, and likely Enid, there's no plot armor on this show. But it's also a bummer because the eliminated characters were get this safe fun to watch. This lack of focus also applies to the general premise of the show, which seems singularly uninterested in the Nevermore Academy setting. There's not a single scene in Season 2. Part 2 where the characters attend a class of any kind, so when the school year ends, it's during. How much time did this season take place over? Because it felt like maybe a week. Instead, there are off-site trips, galas, jaunts to the haunted hacienda in Pilgrim World, and plenty of time spent underground. Literally, with Tyler. You've got an entire school filled with supernatural characters with powers. Why not utilize that? It's surprising that Wednesday is as unfocused as it is, given that Goff and Miller helped popularize the Freak of the Week format on their breakout show, Smallville. That sort of mix of supernatural problems reflecting the emotional journey of the character on an episodic basis should be the bread and butter of the series, as seen in the body swap episode. And given there's likely to be a long gaps between seasons 2 and 3, there's plenty of time to take a look at what worked in season 2 and what didn't. Focus on the characters, keep exploring the central relationship of Wednesday and Enid, and jettison the detritus. But more likely, Wednesday will keep dancing, with its hands, above its head, trying to recapture the unrepeatable success of Season 1's TikTok craze. What is them? Despite the standout episode that proves to be the best of this so far two-season run, Wednesday Season 2, Part 2 is still trying to balance too many elements, lacking the focus of the best supernatural, school-based shows. Jenna Ortega and Emma Myers are delivering standout performances, and other elements of the show work, like Evie Templeton's mini Wednesday, Agnes. But a busy second part to Season 2 can't fix the hiccups of Part 1.